you there on St. Patrick's Day. It's a city built by Irish hands, searching for a new homeland. Scottish, Irish, American, I'll see you there on St. Patrick's Day. The stars and the stripes, the green and the white, united together along the avenue. The snow and the cold, the young and the old, the brave and the bold, here's what we're gonna do. We'll sing and we'll dance all day, and we'll drink the night away. First New York City, on St. Patrick's Day. Ticker tape falls from the sky. We sing the fields of Athenry. It's a pilgrimage that will never die. I'll see you there on St. Patrick's Day. Empire State's a sight to see. It's lit up bright in emerald green, and this is where I wanna be. NYC, it's St. Patrick's Day. Stars and the stripes, the green and the white, united together along the avenue. The snow and the cold, the young and the old, the brave and the bold, here's what we're gonna do. We'll sing and we'll dance all day, and we'll drink the night away. First New York City, on St. Patrick's Day. Celebrate a St. Paddy's Day parade in the city that never sleeps, in the land of liberty. And we'll sing and we'll dance all day, and we'll drink the night away. For it's New York City on St. Patrick's Day.
Hail, hail, everybody. It is St. Patrick's Day. How awesome is today? This is great. This is great. And what I wanted to do before we get started, this is the Smell the Glove podcast. And yes, Dr. J's had a few beers. It is St. Patrick's Day. I apologize if someone is pissed before we even start. And here is to the, and by the way, Rev, say hello, Rev.
Hey, everybody.
There you go. And here's to Ching Ching to the Glen Cadam 10 that I have here with a few a few glasses, cubes of ice. So don't beat me up for having Glen Cadam with ice. But anyway, so this is what we got. I wanted to go ahead and start tonight with a comment about my understanding of how important Celtic is to this whole idea of St. Patrick's Day. And I want to go ahead and say I am, as a person, and Rev, you probably can attest to this, originally to the soccer world, the idiot American. And I wanted to say that out loud because it really kills me to admit it, but it is true. A couple years ago, was at an event in Columbia, South Carolina for St. Patrick's Day. A bunch of friends get together, and they have this huge, huge thing. And it was really cool. I had a great time. And I remember leaving the hotel and walking down to this whole block party, which is called St. Patrick's at 5 Points, and having a great time. And as I'm walking in, I see guys in Celtic shirts, and I'm like, oh, I know who that is. That's Henrik Larsson's team. Big deal, you know. But I don't understand why they're wearing a Celtic shirt and then it's St. Patrick's Day, because that in itself is a Scottish team. And I'm like, oh, that's are they fucking stupid? Come on. You got to be kidding me. Why are they wearing that here? I didn't understand. So what I had tried to figure out in that whole entire process was why. And it didn't dawn on me until about a year or so that I had gotten into looking at Celtic and dealing with everything else that was Celtic and everything else. And to start to realize, you know what? being a Celtic supporter at this point in time is not about whether or not you love Celtic or love St. Patrick's Day or drink green beer or wear green and white on St. Patrick's Day. But you know what? The people that do get it. Mm-hmm. Because if you're talking about the whole entire idea of what the value of the Irish bring to the U.S., and you're talking about how awesome our country is because of that. And granted, I'm just some Puerto Rican kid from New Jersey. I'm not Irish. I may have some like seventh generation back because of the whole idea of being, from Spain and the people who went to Ireland to go ahead and fight from the Crusades and everything else. But I mean, maybe it's not the same thing. So what I was trying to figure out was, what it meant. And what it dawned on me was this: to be a Celtic supporter outside of Scotland is the ultimate love of what goes on in Ireland. To me, that means that much to me. And it's interesting to think about it that way, because if you think about everything that's going on between, the 26 plus 6 equals 1 and all those conversations, everything else like that, it means that much. And that's the reason why I tried to put off last night into tonight, and not instead of doing tomorrow after the game, do it tonight, because I wanted to have the opportunity to say this, because it really, to me, means a lot. And it has everything to do with the fact that I honestly believe that the beautiful part of what we support here in the U.S. and what you guys, if you've been out for St. Patrick's Day tonight over in Glasgow, I know it's 11:15 and you're on your way home or listening somewhere else, or it's 10 o'clock in the morning or 8 o'clock in the morning, whatever else you're out. I just want people to realize that it's not lost on us. It's not lost on us. It means that much to who we are and how much it is as far as what Celtic means as far as a Scottish club with Irish roots to be able to do what they do. So anyway, that's what I want to do tonight. That's what it means to me. If you're listening to this and you were the guys I looked at back in Colombia and you were wearing the old, this how long ago it was, the really old, cool, like Bumblebee strips, and I looked at you and I said, that's a Scottish team. You looked at me and said, duh. And if you're listening tonight, I apologize. And I was wrong. And tonight, I'm walking around Myrtle Beach, and I got my Celtic top on, and I have a Celtic hat on, and I'm daring someone to say anything to me, because it is going to bring hell as a wrath on them. As far as, you want to talk about Irish, okay, cool. Why don't we talk about a team that stands up for that in a country where they are oppressed by England and the rest of them, and what it means. And as soon as that comes up, I'd love to have that conversation, because the truth is, there's not another group outside of Scotland to me that really that I can identify with that really, really means that much. So anyway, Rev, I know you're there. Yes. You want to go ahead and add anything to that? I mean, you probably didn't. You may have gone through the same thing. Am I on with that as far as what Americans think?
For the most part, I mean, I came from similar mindset. I was kind of anti-soccer growing up. I'm like, a bunch of foot fairies. There's no skill in that. And it wasn't until you can relate to this. 2003, Yankees not doing so good. Needing another 2004, and needing another summer sport. And I'm like, all right, let me give soccer a try. Let me see what's in this. And then finally seeing, like, this is what it is. I mean, the sport's not that hard to grasp onto, and just the fans are really what made it for me. And I'm like, I can't believe I, put this down for so much of my life. And so that's what got me hooked. And then, that was summer, so that was MLS. And they're like, well, I need something to keep me going in the winter now. And then I'm like, all right, where do I begin? What kind of, I didn't want to be one of the people who just jumped on whatever team was winning the EPL that year like everyone else was. So I'm like, all right, what kind of associations do I have? And one of the first things I thought of was Celtic. I'm like, all right, let me give it a go and, see where I get into. I mean, this took, over the course of, 2-3 years, it wasn't just instant, but from when I first started to really try and pay attention to where I really got into watching Celtic, by that time it was Gordon Strachan and everything. So, I mean, here I am now, and I'm just kicking myself for not being into it a lot sooner.
Yes.
But no, I in that regard, I totally get you. And even, with, we've echoed it on multiple podcasts in the past, all about the ethos of the team. And that's what kind of stands out and really makes you proud to be a fan, that there's something else there besides what's happening on the field or in the stands, even, that there's something bigger, and that the fact that it is inclusive and you can be, all over the world, any nationality, and find some way to be associated with the club. That's amazing.
Yes, exactly. And in fact, if you listen to the podcast and you go back, there was a time when Paul and I had done an interview with Seamus from the Powboys, James Cummins. And the best part about that entire conversation was Paul asking the question, hey, listen, you guys are two Americans. Can you tell me, why do you watch? Would you watch the Super Bowl over this, or what would you do and everything else? And it was funny because, he wanted to know, why are you, what about it brings you to the club? And it was one of those things that was like, hey, you know what brings me to the club? All the things that have absolutely fuck all to do with playing the game.
Yeah.
And people don't get that. They have no idea. Like, I'm at the bar earlier and the guy's like, oh, love the shirt. I said, do you a supporter? He's like, no, I don't know what it means. I don't know. What do you mean supporter? I'm like, never mind. So, I mean, I want to help people to understand. Mm-hmm. And I think maybe we might catch a few people here or there. I don't know. But you know what? To me, this is it. Supporting the club is the ultimate, go fuck yourself to the establishment, especially from the American standpoint, where we have the ability to do this and wear the shirt wherever I want to wear it in the U.S. and no one's going to say a word to me. And whether it was Saturday while I was in Fort Walton Beach, Florida, wearing the shirt, everyone's walking around in green while I was out watching a basketball game, and I'm just looking and laughing, going, "Do you have any idea what it means to be Irish on St. Patrick's Day or St. Patrick's Day weekend in Scotland?" Just not because I want to prove anything, just because I just want to know. And I was asking people, like, no, I have no idea. And I've been there. I've been there twice, or 2 years in a row. I was there for St. Patrick's Day in Glasgow and at the Hibs Club in Port Glasgow, both times, and had an absolute blast. Is everything else, but it was nothing like here. No one's wearing, you walk around downtown Port Glasgow, no one's wearing green. And you walk around, like I was at the bar, I tweeted out a couple of pictures earlier, people at the bar where I was at in Myrtle Beach, and people like, everyone's wearing green and, it's all cool and everything else, but it's just not the same. And then someone had posted a picture of the difference between Dublin and the U.S., and it was hilarious because the people in Dublin and U.S., Dublin's like, who cares? U.S. is like people wearing green suits.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I was laughing because when you put those two things together, it was like, okay, let's see how this works. And being in Dublin and people, I got a kick out of that last time I was there. There was no requirement left ready to go for St. Patrick's Day. No one was there ready to go for St. Patrick's Day. But here, it's like people are looking for a reason to drink. That's not the point.
Yeah. Well, the same thing for Cinco de Mayo. You never seen any larger amount of gringos, drinking, whatchamacallit, Coronas and stuff. Like there is a level over here where you kind of take it past the point that you probably should for many people.
Yes.
But that's not to say that there isn't a pretty sizable segment that does get it.
Yes. I have yet to meet them in Myrtle Beach. But then again, Myrtle Beach is the home of white trash and we call it Kmart by the Sea. But anyway. So hey, listen, I have someone who wants to join us. Let me go ahead and add our boy Chrissy here. Chrissy wanted to go ahead and join us. And I know Chrissy had to do something. And the reason why I want to do that was because he wanted to. He's actually one of the few of us that is out and running around St. Patrick's Day in Athens.
Patrick.
Hello, St. Patrick. How are you?
I'm on the way to get sideways.
So listen, we're live with Rev and
Rev.
myself.
What's up?
Yeah, it's just, man, it's been a crazy day. Work got all ramped up, and then I went directly from work straight to the pub, and it's been kind of crazy. I've got friends here, and everybody's been drinking, and happy St. Patrick's Day.
There you go. That's beautiful. So where are you off to tonight? What bar in Athens besides all of them are you going to in particular?
Well, I'm currently at the Globe.
By the way, is the sticker still up? By the way,
it is.
Would you tweet out a picture of the body sticker still up in the Globe in Athens, please?
I did.
There you go. I will find it.
I added to it. I had some Green Brigade stickers that I stuck on it.
Beautiful.
I mean, I'm just saying. There'll be a lot more sticker pictures after the debauchery that's going to go on tonight. But the Globe is a phenomenal place. It's one of the only places in Athens that I genuinely love coming. Every St. Patrick's Day they do. They usually have like a traditional Irish session starting around 5 or 6 o'clock, and then after that, at about 8 or 9 o'clock, they've got a Pogues tribute band that play, and they get really rocking.
Did they know you're going to be there yelling "Chuck Our Law" in the background?
You know what's funny is
did they know that?
I actually got a tweet the other day from this guy that I started talking to, and he lives in Buford, and I'm like, hey man, come on down to Athens for St. Patrick's Day, and he's like, he's this big Celtic supporter, so I was like, maybe we can start like a North Georgia,
yes,
Buford, Athens, Atlanta,
Savannah, yeah, of course.
Well, I mean, we gotta stay current, but yeah, it's kind of surreal because I'm not wearing like a Celtic top or anything, but I've got like a Celtic tie on and like kind of dressed up or whatever, and like everybody that's looked at me is like, you got any green on? And I'm like, bitch, I live in green and white, so y'all can all fuck off.
Oh, I know, right? I don't need to wear it all today. I only wear it every other day.
Exactly,
or every day.
I mean, if you have a tattoo that's got a tricolor on it, I don't think you really need to be like wearing a green shirt that's got like a beer on it. It's like, drink me, I'm Irish, or
So Chris,
like
so basically, Rev, what Chris is saying is he pulls his dick out and says, "My dick's bigger than yours."
yeah, exactly. Go.
My Irish penis is bigger than your daily Irish whatever. Get lost.
You think you're fucking cute, but you're not.
No, there's just zero fucking chance. Beautiful. So listen, I know you've got to run. I just wanted to bring you in. Anything you want to add about anything you want to talk about this weekend, or you just want to say hello and then run? It's up to you.
I can probably spend a minute here.
Go ahead.
From this past weekend, I thought it was fantastic. Lifting the cup on Sunday just absolutely made my weekend. After everything that's been going on, to finally get the lead cup after a while, that's huge.
A while, like 6 years, 7 years. Yeah.
Okay. A while, 6 years, whatever. Point is that we lifted it, we got it. We've got one monkey down. We've got 2 more to go. I really think tomorrow when we play Dundee again, that that same kind of win defeat is going to carry over from the squad, meaning that after the first 15, 20 minutes, Dundee's going to have that sinking feeling again, like, damn, we lost it on Sunday. I mean, that's just kind of what I'm thinking. But I really think we pump them tomorrow, and we get like a 3-0 victory, and then going forward from there, I think you get a lot more rest after tomorrow from the rest of the squad. I'm really looking forward to tomorrow and what all that's going to bring.
So, do you have your special sunglasses on / anything else you can see? Because the game won't be on TV.
No. all I'm going to have tomorrow.
Even for us, by the way, if you're in Scotland and you're worried about what we're going to see, the U.S. is going to see fuck all about the game also. Just to let you know. But go ahead.
I mean, you can always get an illegal stream. I'm not recommending that.
What illegal stream could there be if the game's not allowed to be on TV? I'm just curious.
You hope somebody has, Celtic TV stream. That's the best we can hope for.
No, I've got
exactly.
I've got my own Celtic TV feed.
Oh, when they're not doing it?
No, that's my point.
What?
No, they're not allowed to show it because of UEFA.
I thought even Celtic TV was.
No, they're not allowed to show it anywhere.
Well, fuck.
I know exactly.
Well,
I was hoping for at least that. Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
It is fucking crazy, and we're gonna basically now. Granted, I mean, I'll listen, and I got stuff to do tomorrow, but I'll listen in between what I'm doing, and it just pisses me off. I want to see the game, but we're fucked tomorrow.
Do you have the Celtic Live app on your phone?
Yeah, they'll just tell me who scores.
Yeah, that's about all you can do. Really.
That's it. I mean, I guess I can follow the Celtic Twitter feed, but God knows what the fuck how useful that is. Just saying.
That'll be absolutely horrendous.
Basically, yeah, that's about right. Yeah, that's all I can say. So, Chrissy boy, you go ahead and run. Go hang out with your folks. Would you do me one favor?
What's that?
Give Amanda a kiss for me. Tell her I said hello.
All right, we'll do.
Will do.
Will do.
But don't breathe on her with the with the smell of Jameson. That's bad. She doesn't like that.
Yeah, the mix between beard oil and
Jameson. That's flammable shit, brother.
I'm gonna have to take a shower before I walk in the door.
All right, tell them I said hello. Take care. Give her a kiss.
Right. We'll do. Hail.
Hail. Later, brother.
Later, man.
All right, chug your eye.
Rev, does the Pogues tribute band know what's going to happen with him standing there?
I hope not, just for that extra, shock factor.
You know what the best part is? And I hope Chris is listening. And I know he will later, but I hope he's listening. Amanda will be fucking horrified when he stands up there and berates the band for not saying fuck the English. That is what's going to happen. No one else in that bar, because that's a Tottenham bar, by the way. No one else.
Really?
Yeah, usually most of the people that were there when I was there were all Tottenham people. But what's going to be funny is no one in the world is going to understand what the fuck he's talking about. And the band's going to look at you and go, what the fuck's going on? It's going to be absolutely hilarious. And I don't want the camera on him or the band. I want the camera on Amanda as Amanda looks around and goes, why? Why do I have to deal with this? Anyway, all right, so let's do this. I know that's by the way, I think that's fucking funny as shit. Chris is, if you haven't had a chance to meet Chris, and I know some of us haven't, some of us have, Chris is the fucking shit. I love him to death. And I can't tell you how wonderful it is to have Celtic bring us together and then be friends and then have him come with his wife and his dogs and everything else to my house and hang out at the beach. And he's been absolutely wonderful. And anything I need, anything I call him for, advice, anything else on what he does. Hey, listen, I need some help. He's been fucking wonderful. I love him to death. Chris, stroke your beard for me one time. I love you to death. Anyway, all right.
I want to say he's one of those guys who's just
he is who he is.
As soon as you meet him, he's just a real. Fucking
he sounds really cool on here, doesn't he?
Yeah,
you know why?
Yeah. No, but in person, there's no bullshit. There's no fake factor. It's you see what you get, and you get a pretty nice guy. Yeah.
Meanwhile, me and you, we're not the same. Yeah, exactly. He is fucking cool as shit. Anyway, all right. So let's go real quick. League Cup 3 points. I had three quick points. Stokesy, I apologize. After the last game, I did a quick interview with my buddy, which I'll talk about that in a few seconds. I did a quick interview with my buddy Liam Kelly, which if you haven't had a chance to listen to that, it's on the HailHailMedia feed here with on Spreaker. You just listen to that. He's writing a book on Celtic supporters. And at the end, I wanted to ask him, should I have jumped off the Stokesy bus? He said yes. He says Stokesy is in the top 14. And then all of a sudden, lo and behold, he had a top-notch performance against Dundee United, which I love to death. By the way, if you've noticed, as soon as Izzy and Stokes are together, they own the left side once again. It was great. My second point on League Cup was Forrest attacking as a spectacular sub. It was great. He was great. And the Izzy width just opens up the team. And as long as we have those three things going, as long as Izzy's on the left side and Forrest attacking as a super sub, I'll tell you what, it is tough to beat. And to me, watching that game, that's what it was all about. We'll talk about the other issues with Forrest later. I guess we'll talk about that later.
All right.
But would you agree with what would you add as far as your 3 points for the League Cup final?
Well, to add to that is, and it's kind of beating a dead horse now, and I know I tweeted out that I'm being, super critical, but Effie Ambrose, it's time to move him on.
We'll talk about him in a minute.
Yeah, but no, I agree with you. Stokesy, he put in a good game.
Himself. He redeemed himself. He really did. And even the Celtic TV feed had said that he had put in a man of the match performance, and I wouldn't have given it to him. I would have given it to him and Izzy because they literally did own the left and right side. It was the left side of the field. It was ridiculous. But anyway, so we get that out of the way. I don't want to talk about the game because we're there. What I really want to talk about is I want to get my jog on Yaldi's because I don't know. I mean, the rest of the shit I want to talk about is just about this because this is going to be a blast. Tonight's going to be a blast. It may be quick. It may be painless. But this is going to be fun. We'll get to our top 5, bottom 5. I even had a couple over and unders. I have a jog on Yaldi's I want to get to. And the first one, I may have stole yours, Rev, but the first jog on Yaldi is Steven Gerrard coming to Celtic. Did I steal your top 3 jog on Yaldi's?
You took one of them. Yeah.
Okay. So
that's
jog
right.
on Yaldi, Steven Gerrard coming.
I'll say Yaldi, I wouldn't mind having, thinking it with the Celtic mind. I have no problem him coming here. Yeah, it's just a loan. It's not going to, if he were to come here, it would just be a loan. And then he'll return to LA, which whatever, I'll deal with that when we cross that bridge. But,
and what the sad part is? Everyone else, if you realize, listening to Rev here as a Red Bulls fan, could you imagine how much you're going to have to fucking hate him when he shows up in New York to play Red Bull?
Well, I never liked Liverpool to begin with.
If he comes off a fucking Celtic loan, you're going to yell at him, aren't you?
I don't know. I honestly can, and that's no bullshit. That's no tiptoeing around. I honestly don't know.
I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Depends on how good he does on the loan.
I never liked Liverpool, and him being, Mr. Liverpool.
I don't like him. I personally don't like him. I don't like him. I don't think people love him. I'm good with it either way.
There was a rumor, in the winter that he was gonna, when he was gonna finish off with Liverpool, that he wanted to come here, and he was linked with New York, and I could see us making that move, losing Henry and get another big name, someone who's a bit older and stuff. Obviously, LA snatched him up first. I think it's been a couple months. I think we did put in a bid for him, but it was just too much.
Put in for a bid for who?
For Gerrard.
When was this? You mean
December?
Red Bull.
Red Bulls. Yeah. Sorry. I thought that they did go in for him, or at least were interested, and just the number he put out or his people put out was just too much, so they said fuck it. So whatever. If he were to come to us, I would welcome him with open arms. I wasn't really too big on Henry coming in 2010. After what happened with France and Ireland, so. But, same thing, welcomed in with arms.
By the way, did you see the fake tweet today from the RAI Twitter feed?
No.
Oh, my God. I thought I was going to piss my pants. It said, it basically was happy St. Patrick's Day, blah, blah, blah. And by the way, fuck you, Thierry Henry, you effing N.
Oh.
Except for you. I looked at it, I'm like, there is no way the RAI tweeted that out.
Right.
And I'm searching tirelessly to find this, and I went to RAI Twitter feed, and it wasn't there, and I realized I totally got fucking duped because I'm looking at that going, oh my god, there's no way someone tweeted that, but that's what that was someone got me. Whoever they were, you got me. You're welcome. Right. But I thought, but looking at it, that is pretty funny. Saying Happy St. Patrick's Day. By the way, fuck you, Thierry Henry, because you handball motherfucker. That would have been funny. Funny. But the rest of it was like, there's no way they said that, and they really didn't. So anyway,
right. But looking at it, like I said, just from a Celtic point of view, because that would be, I guess, just really from November at the earliest until January. So, I mean, he's not really going to make too much of an impact, but to have him come at a time when it's the middle of the season, the pitch gets shitty. That's when you start getting hit with, a little bit more serious injuries and some, squad fatigue. Just to throw somebody like him in there into the mix.
Well, listen, if you just take our team today, you don't get rid of anybody else. What squad fatigue are we going to deal with? We got people that are dying in the game. Liam Henderson is dying in the game. Do you want Liam Henderson? Now, granted, don't get me wrong. I'm not comparing Steven Gerrard to Liam Henderson. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is, what do you like? There's no way in the world we can just put those two together, right?
I don't know. I mean, honestly, like I said, since I don't care for Liverpool in the slightest, I don't know. I think he's more of an attacking player. So it's like go into like that whole thing, like style and tactics wise, I don't really know. But I mean, having it on the basic level of having an extra body and even if it's just training and him training and passing knowledge to our younger players like Liam Henderson.
Dude, do you know what he's getting paid right now? When he goes to LA, you know he's going to get paid?
Not off. I read it, but I don't remember offhand.
3.6, 3.9 million pounds a year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The only way we take him is if we're going to get that back in shirt sales.
Which I think would happen, or maybe not that much. I think we'll definitely sell some shirts. He wouldn't be somebody who I would have on my radar. Not for the fact of I don't care for him, but just for the fact of what's he going to do? Like, I bought a Robbie Keane jersey, in 2009 because it was Robbie Keane. But, he also, in a half a season, was almost the SPL leading goal scorer.
Oh, you mean Celtic shirt? You don't mean a...
no.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I'm talking about Celtic.
I'm trying to figure out why you would buy an LA Galaxy jersey.
Oh, no. When he came to Celtic in 2009
I'm with you.
or 2010, whenever it was, like that's a little different. But like Steven Gerrard coming for just 2-3 months, whatever, 4 months tops, and just being there to basically sell some jerseys for people that are fans of both teams or whatever. Not my style, but I just don't think that it would really hurt all that much.
Okay. So go ahead and give me a Jagan Rialdi. Go ahead.
Let me pull up because I have a nice little list here. Jagan Rialdi, Cherniak calling out our players about tomorrow. I don't know. Did you see that? You there?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh.
Did I lose you? I'm sorry. I don't know if you broke up there. Go ahead. Say it one more time.
Jagan Rialdi, Cherniak calling out our players about tomorrow.
Oh, you know what? That's a total... I have a partial Jagan Rialdi with that also. That is tied in my bottom five. That's a total Jagan.
Mm-hmm.
That is just him protecting himself, but as far as like value of what he said, fuck off. Not just jog on, but fuck off. And the reason I say that is because of this. Cherniak saying whatever he says, listen, if it wasn't for the fact that we shoot directly at the keeper like 90% of the time and make any goalkeeper look like he's world class, listen, if we took half our fucking chances, he'd look like Swiss cheese.
Mm-hmm.
People would be calling him Lucas Zaluska. So I don't want to fuck him. That part of me is just like, oh, whatever. I couldn't care less. I saw that, and he's a total fucking jog on. That comment that he made, and I saw that was a total fucking jog on. Totally out of bullshit. Anyway, all right.
What do you think about it from this point of view? That it might light a little bit of a fire under our players' asses.
You know what? That's totally possible.
That's my only caveat
totally
to it.
But here's the thing. Listen, if they don't have the fire underneath them after getting the first thing, because if you listen to Commons' comments today about what happened with his during his press conference today, how he's never won the League Cup, how he's never had the opportunity, how the team's really focused, everything else. Dude, let me tell you something. If they weren't focused before, that was the wrong fucking thing to say.
Good point.
That was the wrong thing to say because his comments basically said, you know what, I've never had the opportunity to win the treble, and you know what, I want it. Now that I have the opportunity, that's what I want. Because
this is really it.
Yes.
I mean, we still have. There's obviously more games to go after this, but
he's been here 4 years, but this is his chance, and tomorrow is it. I totally agree with you. Agree with you. All right, so we have to at some point in time say this. And you may know what you may think about it, and you may know what we're going to talk about at some point in time, but we're not going to talk about him yet. We're going to talk about Pookie.
Oh,
Pookie, Jagan Yaldi. Pookie just scored his 8th goal for Brøndby.
Wow,
his 8th goal.
How many did he score for us? 6.
Fuck, I don't know.
Maybe
none. I don't know. None that I remember. Anyway, so does he? 8 goals at Brøndby. Do we talk about bringing him back? That's a Jagan Yaldi. What do you think? Jagan Yaldi, bring him back.
Do we still have him? Is he? I thought it was Balde that was on loan, but we sold Pookie.
No,
it's the other way around.
Yep. No. They're both on loan.
Oh, really?
Yep.
No, I don't bring him back. Jagan. We got a good thing going. I mean, okay, you throw in the fact that we got new manager, new system, new style of play, but we're only playing one up top, and you're going to drop Griffiths or Guedetti or Shepovic even. Like I would put him, even still that he's scoring goals, as quote unquote many as it may be, I'd still put him way below everybody else.
I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you on that one because if I had to, you had to ask me about Pookie or Skepo, it's like, no. But then again, who knows? Who knows with that one? Who knows with that one? So you give a big jog on to Pookie coming back or what?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I don't think he's going to go back. I think we're going to find a way to go ahead and how do you say, cut our losses, cut bait with him. I think that's what's going to happen next. So next one I got, Jagan Yaldi. I'll give you the next one. This is the one I got. The team being upset that Armstrong and Mackay Stephen were not called up to the Scotland national team.
I'd say Yaldi because that shows a bit of solidarity between the players. I mean, they're not saying that they sucked before this, but because they were pretty much, obviously, as you can see, kind of the heart and soul for some, to some level for United, because without them, you saw how flat, for the most part, they were against us. And probably will continue to be so. But now that they definitely elevated their profile and I guess you could say their game, I'm glad that the players are definitely, like that. But at the same time, might it be too soon? If we're talking about, an international game in May and they're not getting a call up, then I definitely say there's some warrant to that. But I think it might be a little too soon to rock the boat, so to speak, in that way.
I was looking at it from a totally different how can I say this? totally different thought process.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking at this from, you know what? I'm glad they didn't get called up. I'm a total Yaldi on this one. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We've got a million games coming up. I don't want them getting all fucked up like the reason why we haven't had Mikael Lustig for 6 months of the year because he fucked his fucking groin up playing it, playing for Sweden. I don't need that. I don't need that. And you know what? You know who else I want to fucking sit? I want my boy. You know what I mean? I want my boy. What's his face? Gordon. I don't need him playing either.
True.
His knee.
Given his history.
Yes.
One thing you could say for the two of them, it might inspire them to play a little harder. I mean, I have no complaints about them.
Okay, fine. I'll give you that one. Yeah, I'll give you that one. Yeah.
They're like, all right, we got snubbed this time. We're going to push a little harder and maybe get the next one.
But you know what, though? I'm totally cool. I'm totally cool with him not being involved in any way.
Oh, yeah.
With them not being totally involved at this point in time. Because, like, if you want Forrest, fucking take him. Go ahead and play with him. Go ahead and play with him. Maybe he pulls a muscle, maybe he doesn't. That's cool. Whatever. I can't fucking tell you what in the world Gordon Strachan was thinking. And you know what? I'm okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay with that. But good. Give me a jog on Yali. What you got?
Next one, last one, really. Couldn't really find a lot this week. There's an ESPN FC article rehashing, the greatest derby to ever exist, and it's a shame it hasn't happened for 3 years. Celtic versus rest in peace, the Huns. I didn't really read it. I kind of skimmed it and read the headline, but it's the same old. Oh, it's a shame this isn't happening anymore. So jog on our Yaldi, the fact that they're still talking about this.
It's total jog on. I'm sick of it. I'm tired of it. I couldn't care less. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear. There's no point in them even bringing it up anymore. It really, really is just tiredness of and people recycling fucking stories
and still calling it the old firm.
I'm done with it. They're fucking dead. By the way, a team that is the best ever just drew their 5th game in a row today. Come the fuck it, please. Jog the fuck on. Thank you, JB. Jog the fuck on. Exactly correct. Fuck them and move on. Anyway, so I got another one for you. Ready? Here's a good one. Adam Matthews, Jog on Yaldi. Him actually pulling a Bruni, we'll call it the reverse pull. During the celebrations, he actually slumped and did the Bruni.
Right.
On the goalpost during the celebrations. Jog on Yaldi, you down with that one?
Yaldi, all the way.
Me too.
I think that's good. It shows they're, having fun. They won the cup. Just having a laugh. I see nothing wrong with it.
I know. I thought it was awesome. Which brings me to this. Which brings me to a different jog on Yaldi. I'm with you, jog on totally. All right, Yaldi for him. My jog on Yaldi is this. Jog on Yaldi, do you think or do you agree that picture was actually recent?
I don't know. I would say probably, and not to get all conspiracy theorists, but I like the idea that he knew, there were, journos and following him and shit. So maybe he kind of played up that he was a little more drunk than he really was or something like that. I mean, it was supposedly how many days before. So it's not like it was the night before. So who really cares? He's an adult. He's 29 years old, 30 years old, whatever, 29, I think, and he's out on his day off on the weekend, almost the weekend. And, whatever, who cares? He was in, for all intents and purposes, he was into work, when he had to come in his next shift and he did totally fine. That's so
true. Yes. And he actually had the look at my belly picture because I ate a whatever. Now, here's the thing. I'm willing to believe that that picture was recent.
Mm-hmm.
for only one reason. And that's because if it wasn't, and Bruni knew it wasn't, I wouldn't have responded. I wouldn't have said anything, and my attorney would have fucking sued the fuck out of the goddamn son. Now that's an American thinking, okay? That's an American thinking that. But here's the thing that I have that I looked at it and I'm like, hey, wait a second. I saw that picture. I had the opportunity to take a picture with him 3 years ago, or 2.5 years ago, and his hairline wasn't as receded in the picture that I took with him as it was. I mean, in the picture that they took, as it was when I took the picture with him. Now, everyone's talked about, the photo was he had a shaved head and everything else. But if you look at that photo and you go back and you go to MB at MB Badib, you can go check it out. I tweeted a picture of me and Bruni together, and there is no way in the world that hairline is the same.
That's a good point.
There's no way in the world. There's no way in the world, and everything else. And plus, that's, and if you want to go full conspiracy theory, I mean, we could say maybe there was a backpack, maybe there wasn't in Boston. I don't know. That's cool. All I'm saying is I met the motherfucker myself,
right?
And that was not his hairline in the picture that I saw.
What do you think about Celtic coming out and just being straight up no comment and just staying that way? You think that was good?
Two things. One is that tells me that I'm not all that surprised that they did that. But two, that tells me that picture may be real.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely real.
No, I mean that picture may have been
recent.
There may have been something that happened or something, whatever. I don't know. Like I'm saying, if it was me or my son, and the posted and whatever post or New York Times or whatever put that out there, and that wasn't the case, they'd have an army of attorneys up their ass so much they'd shit fucking legal paper. The fact that I haven't heard that yet and Bruni just let that go means one of two things: either he's willing to accept it, or it's true. And that's what that means to me.
I'm glad that they just stayed tight-lipped and didn't do some PR. We're looking into it, or even if they didn't condemn it in so many words, but just did like, we're going to check into it, something like that. The fact they're just like, no comment, and stayed that way.
I like it. I'm with you. I'm with you there. I'm totally with you there. So, next thing I wanted to get into, those are my Jogonialdies. Like I said, tonight's going to be relatively quick. We're 40 minutes in. The best thing ever. Let's get into, you want to go to top 5 bottle? Oh, no, you know what? I have some over-unders for you. Okay. You ready?
Yep.
I have been reading some stuff on Denier.
Okay.
And I read a couple articles on how Denier should stay at Celtic. So I'm going to give you an over/under, and I want you to explain to me why you feel this way. And I'm going to give you, and I've been looking at my over/unders, and the last couple over/unders I dealt with have been too generous, one way or the other. So I'm going to give you a tough one. You ready? Okay. Denier over/under 15% chance he stays at Celtic.
That is a tough one.
That is, not a 50% chance, but a 15% because City just sold someone over to Europe, and they just brought someone. They just extended what's his face, the DiMichelis. They sold someone and extended DiMichelis, so they have Company and DiMichelis in the middle. What do you think?
I'm gonna say, realistically, pragmatically thinking, I would say under. I want it to be over.
Yes.
But I think thinking how, the board, the front office, the powers that be, I don't think that they would put out what City would want for him. And it sounds like he's totally not all that. He's committed now, no doubt. But he doesn't see his future here very long. Maybe another year on loan, I could see that happening. But I would not, if I was a betting man, I would not bet on him, on Celtic buying him.
Okay, so the chances, next one, over under 10% that Virgil leaves. And over under 10% Virgil stays. Excuse me, I'm sorry.
That he stays? I'd take the under on that too. No. If it was 10% that he goes, I would take the over, definitely. But that he stays, that's close too.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, listen, I'm trying to figure out exactly what this is, like how this works, and how to deal with Virgil. I'm looking at Virgil going, do we want him to stay? Does he think he should stay? Do I want, how's it work? I don't know what to do with him. I really, Virgil, I have this slight suspicion Virgil really wants to get the fuck out of Dodge.
Right.
And no matter what happens, Virgil said, I really honestly believe if I was in Virgil's head, I would be the guy going, listen, brother, we got our 2 years here. Like everyone else who fucking put their head down and did what they're supposed to do, let's go ahead and get the fuck paid.
Right. Unfortunately, there's too much of a precedent recently with Gary Hooper, Victor Wanyama, Joe Ledley, that just kicked ass while here. We're all about it, and then contract up or, little extension up, and then fucked off. Yeah. Now, if we were to lose both of them, which is a high probability.
Listen, I don't even want to go there. We need
our
own special show on what we're going to do with we get rid of both of them. Who are we going to scour the earth for to play in the middle of the defense? Because I don't think anyone on the listening to this wants the two options we have currently playing in the middle of the field.
Team FE.
Are you Team FE?
Absolutely
really
not.
Team FE?
No. I mean, it's probably an obvious answer here too. If I had to pick between one or the other, I'd pick Virgil van Dijk every day.
Oh yeah, of course. I'd even go back. I'd even ask, can we bring Kelvin Wilson back?
I mean, it's a shame because we've got, for all intents and purposes, a perfectly good Charlie Mulgrew, but he just doesn't fit into the system right now.
And and I'm with you there, especially if we're asking him to play the Stefan Johansson role or the baton role. But I mean, he's got a gig if he wants to play in the middle of the defense.
Yeah. Oh, you think so?
I think so. I mean, that's where we've got. That's the original reason why he came back.
Right. Well, that's what I mean. I don't know if he would totally fit there now. Like if we lost both Denier and Van Dijk,
then we're starting with FA and
Mulgrew.
And then what do we do then? I listen. I only have an hour and a half to do this. I can't spend the next hour and a half talking about FA and Mulgrew. I can't.
Right.
I can't because if I do, then I'll fucking want to shoot myself. Anyway, all right. So that's why
it's a good thing you got that bottle next to you.
Shit, the Glencaddam 10. I need a Glencaddam 20 all of a sudden. All right. So that means the next one is a couple conversations, and now I'm going to bring this in for over and under. Based on what Chris Common said today in his thing, he feels. I'm going to ask you. I'm going to ask you this way. He said Chris Common said that he feels the team is a better team now, not statistically, but a better team now. So I'm going to put it this way: over under 66% that Celtic is a better team now than they were last year under Lenny. Same point in time. Now remember, I'm going to say this, and Celtic basically the team had the league locked up, right, and just finished Champions League, and they were in Champions League last year. So 66%, the team is better now than they were a year ago.
To answer that, I need a little more as to How do you mean by team? The quality of the team or the chemistry?
He was asked that question, and he said yes. He is not statistically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would agree. I'd take the over. Compared to last year, the togetherness, for lack of a better word, of the team, I think, is better than last year. Better than it's been in a long time.
Yes.
They are all on the same page. It doesn't seem, sans the Guidetti Forrest fight for the penalty kick.
We'll get to that in a minute, yeah.
Yeah, there doesn't seem like there's any problems in the locker room between the manager and the players themselves. It seems like everyone's happy-go-lucky, holding hands, kumbaya, all that. Not to say that, everyone was bickering last year, but I just kind of get this feeling this year, currently, the last couple months, that...
Let me ask, I'll put it this way. I'm going to finish your sentence for you. You have a better warm fuzzy about the situation now versus last year.
Definitely.
There you go.
The fact that going back that Adam Matthews can do the new Bruni, just kind of shows that they're having fun.
Yes. Yeah, agreed. So that leads us to the chances of the treble. Now, I'm going to ask you this. Over under, once again, I'm going to give you a 66% chance that I want you to answer the question yes or higher or lower. 66% chance that we win the treble as of today looking forward. I'm going to ask you just to give me a higher or lower because I'm going to ask you a different one in 2 seconds.
I'll take the over.
Okay, you think it's higher. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give you this. You're assuming we beat Dundee United.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm going to give you a 95% over-under that we win the treble if we beat Dundee United next week.
Say that again. You broke up a little bit.
So I assume that if we beat, I give you 66%. You're saying it's higher than 66%.
Yeah.
Okay. We have a game tomorrow against Dundee United. Let's say we beat Dundee United at home.
Right.
The percentage I want to give you is 95%. 95% chance we win the treble after that.
At 95.
That means we got to go to.
Yeah.
Inverness.
Inverness, yeah.
Which last time we were there, we blew them out.
Right.
But they've had some decent results lately.
Right. I would take the under, but barely. Like if you were to say 75%, I'd take the over.
Ooh.
95 is just a little too high.
Let me give you 85% chance.
85.
Going into Inverness.
I'd take the over. I think if we can beat Dundee United, I think we're pretty much, this is not counting any, dodgy calls, honest mistakes, funny handshakes, anything like that. Looking at it just, teams matching up to play, I think if we get past tomorrow, we're almost home free, definitely.
Almost there.
And this goes to showing, as evidence using the fact that the team didn't have the Hampton curse that that they seem to have the last couple seasons. And that kind of carries into the warm, happy, fuzzy feeling and everything cool in the locker room, kind of that, these bigger games that we seem to have dropped that we shouldn't have over the last 4 years. We're doing it now. So I think that, we shouldn't lose.
No.
And we really should never lose.
Nope.
It's bound to happen.
Yep.
But
eventually, like against St. Johnston, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but now there's even less of a reason to, you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's all about tomorrow. Tomorrow, I think the number. I think it's above. I think it's an 85% chance we win the treble today. After we beat Dundee United, I think it's a 99% chance because I honestly believe after listening to the comments between what everyone said and what commented today, they honestly believe there is not a fucking team in Scotland that can touch them.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly, it's not to do with disrespect or anything else. I honestly believe that's what they think. They really, really do, and I really do believe they could handle that and basically just kill them. And I have no problem with that at all. And what Chris said was awesome. I absolutely loved it. Absolutely loved it.
If the venues were reversed, I'd be a bit more.
Oh, what do you mean
worried.
venues are reversed? We're going to Inverness.
No. I mean, for this round against Dundee, if we had Dundee at home and then drew and then had to go play them at home.
Yes, and that's what I had asked Chris earlier and you guys earlier. Do you think we can win all these 10 games in a row? And oh yeah, we can. The game I was worried about the entire time I was asking the question was the game at Dundee United.
Mm. And I think it was you that said like that particular game, after the fact that it's unlikely that a bad result would happen for us again in the future in that situation because Cherniak played his best game and we played one of our worst games. Not necessarily us, but the pitch and everything.
Hall of Fame after the saves he made against us the other day.
Right, and that's what had me kind of not so nervous on Sunday was, okay, he just played a great game. We played a pretty crummy game. Yes. It's not going to happen 2 games in a row.
And how many great saves did he make on Sunday?
1 or 2, maybe.
Yeah, and
that's
yes, and when he had the opportunity to make a great save, what happened? Goal went in.
Right.
The Forrest goal, he basically stood there and said, "You fucking got me." The ball went, and he's like, the boy was rooted to the ground. And even on the other one, when he made a good save, he flapped. I mean, listen, and granted, I know you're going to look at me and go, listen, Cherniak made the great save against Commons between the legs and everything else, and then Commons beat everyone else to the ball. I get that. What I'm saying is the boy didn't stand on his head a la Billy Smith in the 1980s for the New York Islanders.
Right.
Not this time. Last week he did.
Right.
This week he did not pull Billy Smith. And for those of you who don't understand 1980s New York Islanders hockey, I apologize. But that's exactly what it is. Rev, you want to go ahead and talk about 1980s New York Islanders hockey or no?
Nah. We could talk, 1990s.
Billy Nystrom.
Or no, I was going to say Martin Brodeur.
Nystrom.
We could talk Brodeur all day, but
Sorry. Anyway, all right. So that one. So next one I want to ask you, as far as do you have any over unders? Or
No.
Okay. I got one more for you then.
All right.
And it's a 2-parter also. Now I'm gonna put it this way: an over under for Steven Gerrard. We talked about this a minute ago, but Steven Gerrard, you ready? Mm-hmm. My over under. He comes to Celtic. I say there's a 10% chance he comes to Celtic. You think over under?
I'll take the over, but again, just barely. I think 10's a little low, but it's not much more than that. It's still really a rumor, and it's still a half a year away at the most. So I'm not putting too much stock into it. But I think it's a decent possibility. It seems like a move that Celtic would do.
You think so?
Yeah, but
now let me ask a question.
Okay.
This is off Jaganayaldi or off the over under. What would happen to the U.S. shirt market if he played 6 months at L.A. and then had a Celtic shirt?
Would Celtic shirts sell more over here?
You think so?
Is that what you mean?
Yeah. You think New Balance would say, "Hey, listen, I'm willing to go ahead and help you"?
Maybe. Yeah, that's right. Because that would be under New Balance's tutelage by then.
Exactly. What do you think? Do you think there's a shirt issue in there, depending on the deal between Celtic and New Balance? Do you think there's a component to that? Now,
there might
none
be.
of us know what that is, because remember the whole Nike deal was we own the rights to your shirt, kind of like Mike Ashley owning the rights to
Right.
Sevco, Newco, whatever the fuck they're, Rock, Stock, and Barrel. But, I mean, they own the rights to the shirt when they sold it.
Right.
So, I mean, do you think there's a big difference there?
There could be.
I think there could be too. I think there could be, and if New Balance was smart, and granted, don't forget, New Balance he's wearing fucking right now.
Right.
Exactly. I think there's a possibility. They could go and say, listen, we think if we gave you X amount of dollars to go ahead and subsidize Steven Gerrard coming in, do you think there's a possibility of you bringing him in? Because granted, remember, he's getting $3.9 million a year in pounds.
Right.
And you have to go ahead and subsidize him from the end of December, depending on how far the Galaxy get into the rest.
I think, yeah. Actually, when you throw that in there, I would. I feel a little more comfortable taking the over. Like I said, that was a little low, and for my liking. But when you put that out there, then that solidifies it a little more.
Now, I'm going to change this a little bit. I'm going to give you the three. I read an article earlier to go ahead and add this into this.
Okay.
You ready? The article was the 3 reasons why Steven Gerrard would pick Celtic over anyone else if he wanted to go ahead and play in the winter. Okay. One was it wouldn't be in the Premier League, which that's cool. Okay. Second one was it would be Champions League.
Probably, yeah.
Ooh, so we're assuming that we get into the final 16.
That's I think a big if.
Yes, exactly. And then the fact that number 3 that it's Celtic. So assuming we get all 3 of those, Champions League, Premier League, no Premier League, and it's Celtic. Assuming that all 3 of those things met to him, I'm going to raise the percentage that he would come to 22%.
If all those are met, yeah, I'd still take the over, I think.
You take the over.
I'd put it somewhere about 25, 33.
33% chance he would come. See,
Tops.
Here's the thing. Listen, I'm going to say this way. I'm going to use the word, I can't believe it. As a New Yorker, I cannot believe it. There's no way in the world he's going to come and play.
Just play SPFL games?
No, and there's no. Listen, if we don't make those, if we don't get any of those, if we don't get the Champions League, because Champions League is the biggest one.
Right.
Champions League, the percentage goes down to 1%.
Right.
Okay. So assuming a Champions League, if we make the final 16 Champions League, I don't want Steven Gerrard playing. We're not playing a game he can play. I don't want him playing.
Well, I was just going to say, what would you, let's say, hypothetically, we make Champions League, we get into the group stage, he does come over, end of November, early December, he plays, and we do progress on to the knockout stage.
So
would you want to keep him?
No, I don't need him. I don't want him. If we're playing, listen,
even if it was
no,
we'll keep him to the end of the year. He goes back to LA in the summer. You wouldn't want to keep him?
No, not at all. The only reason I would take him would be the reason to go ahead and sell shirts.
Okay, that's fair.
The reason why I honestly believe, which is the reason why I would believe that they would take him. I think if it's 1, 2, and 3 is yes, no Premier League, Champions League, and Celtic, he comes. And the reason being is so they can market the fuck out of his jersey in the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Grant, I'm not complaining about that.
No.
But I'm just stating. I don't want him playing. You kidding me? I don't know who we're going to get, but I guarantee you this. The way they're playing, he's going to run up and down the field after being in MLS. No fucking way. He's going to get 0 time off and then run up and down the goddamn field for Celtic in the Champions League. Not the way those guys are playing. Not the way after he said that the team today. Did you hear Ronnie talk about today that the team lost 50 fucking kilos since he took over? There's no fucking chance in hell that Steven Gerrard's going to come in and then go ahead and play after spending his time in L.A.
Right. Well, yeah, that would be going from the fire into the freezer.
No chance. No chance. Would I take him to play some SPFL games? Yes. But the question is, does he want to come play SPFL games against? Does he want to come play against I don't know, where could he go play next year? He's going to want to go play against Killy in the middle of February? No. No. Anyway, I'm done. Anyway, so I think if we have all three of those, no PL, Champions League, no Premier League, Champions League, and Celtic, and it being Celtic, which is all three of those, the chances go up 1% to 11%. In fact, I think it's even less than that. The only time that they would raise that would be Peter Lawwell got a deal, and the agreement was with. I don't know. I'd like to think I don't see Ronnie saying, okay, fine, I'm going to shoehorn Steven Gerrard because we got him on fucking loan.
Well, my thing with that and my opinion of Ronnie has certainly changed in the last 8-9 months. I thought they took him on to be a yes man. And that was his, the first line
We've been on
in
that call
the
together,
pros versus cons.
Yep.
It seems now I don't know. He has a system and he likes to stick to that system. And so would he
said that today too.
Yeah. So would he fight that? Especially say we do win the treble or at least, the double. And we get into Champions League, would he, and this is all speculative. I don't know if he actually is a yes man. That's just, speculation, like I said, because of how things went with Lenny.
Yep.
So I don't know. Would he say no? He has no place. I can't put him into my squad, or would he, potentially go back to, go to that yes man-ness and just accept it, or, and that could be begrudgingly accepted, be like, okay, got to do it, whatever.
Yep.
Or would he be all about it because that's just what I don't know. That's there's only one person to answer that, and he's busy managing the team.
Agreed. And what do you think the answer is now?
For what?
Is he a yes man today? Is Ronnie a yes man right now? I just asked that question in the chat room. I'm curious. Do you think he's a yes man now? Because if you heard his answer, what he talked about today in the,
I didn't. I read some just quick quotes that were on Twitter, so I didn't get the full feel.
His presser today was I'm in charge.
Yeah. Well, I hope so. I honestly want to believe that. If he would have said that, and maybe he did, I just don't remember, over the summer, I would have been like, bullshit. You're lying. You're just trying to save face.
Now let me take you back to March of last year.
Mm-hmm.
One of the best, and I still have this on my phone, one of the best ever Beyond the Waves. Me and you and Graham are on, it's like March 1st or something like that, and the show had shit the bed, and Graham had said, oh, by the way, yes, no, I'm sorry, go ahead and retweet everybody that we're still in, and I have to fill with my router, everything else. And it was great. It was one of the best things ever. You want us to he's telling everyone, please just restart the feed. And he's like,
right.
Oh, never mind. If you're listening now, you're not going to restart the feed. One of the best ones ever. But in the conversation, we're talking about whether or not in that whole event, I think it was March 1st or March 4th, whatever, Graham had said something like, is it possible right now that Lenny just does what he's told? And we were talking about the whole process and, whether or not the board trusts him. Mm-hmm. And he said flat out, the board doesn't trust him.
Mm-hmm.
Now, do you think the board trusts him? Do you think the board? Now, granted, it was true because looking, 8, 9, 10 months out now, the board didn't trust him, and Graham was 100% correct when he said the board wouldn't give a shit if he fucking left because they didn't, right? And fucking Graham, if you're listening, you fucking scare me with how right you are sometimes. But anyway, my point is that looking forward to this, do you think the board trusts Ronnie more than they trust Lenny?
I think it's a little bit apples to oranges, only for the fact that Lenny kind of has that little bit of troublemaker kind of persona. Not saying that I agree with it or subscribe to it, but, that follows him for certain people. So that alone, I think, would make them not trust Neil Lennon. Now, Ronnie seems to be a little bit more of an agreeable guy, even if he is assertive.
Right.
So I don't know if there's really anybody that the board does trust. That's kind of a difficult question because I kind of see them separate, in their own kind of little bubble sometimes.
Right.
So that's kind of hard to answer for me to really think about.
Okay.
I would say maybe they trust him to do the job. Not saying that they didn't trust Lane to do the job, but just overall, that's kind of hard.
I know. Do you think they trusted him? Do you think they trust Lenny less or more than how it works with Ronnie? And the way Ronnie was talking in his presser today, he's like, "Listen, I want my fucking players." He said that today, and I was like, "Damn!" He even made the comment today. It's like, I want people to be scared of who the fuck we are. I'm like, yeah. I was all excited. I was ready to go all gangster on everybody else. I was like, yes.
Let me put it this way: that I can say definitively, I think the board trusts the decision in hiring him, to giving him the job. Whether whoever's idea that was, if that was Peter Lawwell, or is that somebody else, or a group thing.
That leads me to a different question, Rev.
Mm-hmm.
That leads me to a different question. Do you think Celtic are in a position to go ahead and do what they want to do right now because they picked Ronnie?
In which way?
Because they told Ron, this is who we want, and they brought Ronnie in. Do you think they'll go out of their way to support him compared to Lenny?
I think they definitely give him more backing than they did Lenny.
But why? Mm-hmm.
It's just a feeling. Mm-hmm. It's hard to,
I listen. I honestly believe that Graham is correct. When Graham was in that, if you go back, and I'll try and post the link to it later, I honestly believe Graham is correct. When Graham said that the club doesn't believe that he could handle the job, and he did, and what he's done at Bolton right now has been fucking next to miraculous. Granted, they lost today. I understand they lost today, but they were on the road today. But you looking at the rest of it, there is no fucking way in the world that it's just that same thing. There's no way. There's no way that the club believes, as far as PLC, believes that they trust Ronnie as little as they trusted Lenny. There's no way.
Well, the fact that Lenny was on a rolling 1-year contract for how many years just shows what they thought of him and his ability.
I don't think it has anything to do with the money. I think it has everything to do with trusting him.
No, that's what I mean. Oh, no, I totally agree.
I think it has everything to do with trusting him to go forward. Whether or not they paid Lenny X and Ronnie Y is irrelevant. I think they trust him going forward with players and where the club was going. Which brings me to Chris Common saying, hey, listen, he thinks the team's better, not because statistics, because of where the team is and where they're going. Mm-hmm. Do you believe that too?
Yeah. I don't in regards to Lenny, they might as well just called him like long-term interim manager, because with that,
I'm with you.
I don't remember what Ronnie's contract is. I think it's like 2 years.
I don't know either.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't care. My question is, does it matter who we pick because of that? Or who we go after? Do you think he has enough influence with the board to be able to go ahead and not get a Balde stuck on him when he didn't know it was coming? Do you think they trust him more than they trust Lenny? That's the question.
Yeah, that's a tough
I know.
one.
I'll give you. Listen, here's your over/under: 50-50. They trust Lenny more than they trust Ronnie.
Under.
I'm with you. I honestly believe that. I do.
Like I love Neil Lennon. I don't want anyone to think otherwise. But I just and I know it's.
I love him to the point I still look at Bolton results. But go ahead.
Right.
Yeah. Exactly.
And you know, I don't want it to be misconstrued because this is a blue thought that he has this aura that follows him as a troublemaker and blah 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 and all that shit. But and I'm not saying that there's truth to it, but like, you know, it just kind of sticks out with people. And I think for whatever reason, even though he was a Celtic man through and through, people that are supposedly Celtic men through and through running the operations of the team, you would think that they would kind of recognize one of their own. But I think he was trouble for the fact that he didn't bow down to them probably as much as they wanted him to. He seemed to get a little political in his dealings in his last year in regards to the board. He was a bit more no-nonsense, or at least it felt that way in the beginning of his contract. And then as it went on, he kind of got a little more talking points, mouthpiecey. You know what I mean?
He wanted to go ahead and express himself more.
Right.
Yes.
So
then again, Ronnie hasn't been sent bullets. But I will say this.
That's true.
That is true. And the other part is this. When he spoke today, I don't know if you saw his presser today. When he spoke today, the press were like, no one said a word to him. It was really, really weird. It was really weird. They're like, oh, okay. No problem. I don't know what the fuck story was, but it was really, really, really fucking out of control. It was it. Anyway. All right. So we've been on for about an hour and a half. We'll only do this for a quick anyway. So let's do bottom five. Rev?
Okay.
All right. So
really the only one I have in the bottom.
Two. Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah. This is kind of a slow week. It's a Kenny Dalglish article about him.
Yes.
Yeah. Talking about Rangers and what they have to do. And it's like, why? What are you...
Go away.
Yeah. What are you doing?
Go away.
Like, I read it real fast. I was tired when I read it. And
it doesn't matter what you read. And at that point, it doesn't matter what you read.
Well, no, like the way... You know, like you're tired, you kind of hear it, but like I kind of skipped the first bit of the article in my mind.
Yes.
And I'm just like, wait, is he like in charge of them now or something?
No.
Like that's the way it felt.
Yes.
You know, the way he was talking about
Just don't even talk about them.
Right.
Why? Now I understand that he's a fucking Hun in person.
Is he?
That's what I heard. That he was a Hun supporter originally. So
okay.
I don't know if that's true or not. I may get some grief on this on Twitter. If you want to go ahead and light me up on Twitter, go right ahead. I don't care. But that's what I've heard. If he's not, then cool. If he is, then cool. I really don't give a shit either way. That's what I've heard. It would make sense if he was, because that's the only reason why in the world. No one else is asking that question of any other fucking Celtic manager for him. And he's always fucking running his goddamn mouth.
Right.
Fuck. Anyway. All right. So that's your bottom one. I have 5 simple ones.
Okay.
Obviously, my number 5 is about the medical staff. Can we please get Adam and Mikkel healthy? That's my That's a dear fucking God, please. Anyway, that's number 5. Number 4 is what the fuck is going on with the SFA? How is Chifty allowed to play after kicking Bruni in the fucking head and the shit being not proven? Oh,
they ruled on that?
Yes.
I thought that was still...
No, he gets to play. He gets to play tomorrow. And not proven. Again, he had 2 weeks in a row. I saw the foul.
He didn't play on Sunday.
Because he's already ineligible for a different reason.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I took that him not playing on Sunday that they ruled against him.
Yeah, But he's able to play this week and next week. He should have a 2 fucking match ban. And they set him. The compliance officer said, "Yes, you should fucking face a ban," and he won't. Anyway, that's that.
And you saw Bruni's face, like there's a close up. I don't know if it was a tweet or picture, and it's like It's not just he scraped him or something. He straight up impaled.
No, it says fucking Nike on the side of his goddamn head. It says Nike. For fuck's sake, dear God. Anyway, all right. Number 2 was number 3 was the Forrest Guidetti bitching over the fucking ball.
Right.
Which, come on, really?
Yeah.
Fuck, come on. And then Guidetti bitching about, then him complaining. Did you hear about the story that Mikhail Lustig told him to get the fuck out there and celebrate with the team afterwards?
No.
Yeah, he wanted to go back in the fucking in the clubhouse and bitch and moan. But either way, but you know what? To be honest with you, why is Forrest taking the fucking PK?
You're right.
And why in the world did Bruni not go over there and smack the fuck out of him? Tell Forrest to go to fucking sleep.
That's
go to bed.
That's kind of the captain's role.
Go to bed, little boy. That's what should have happened. Guidetti should have taken Guidetti. And by the way, and I want you to tell me how right I am. Between the last time I asked you and Chris, over under 4 goals for Guidetti for the rest of the season. Guess how many he's scored since the last time I asked you that 2 weeks ago?
How many?
0. None.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Still plenty of time.
No, I get you. And he may get a hat trick here or there.
Right.
But you know what? As of today,
yeah,
he's fucking jonesing for a goal, isn't he? Like a fucking pothead jonesing for a fucking cigarette from some dude on the goddamn street.
Like me personally, I kind of like, the person who drew the penalty to take the kick, if appropriately.
Nope.
But
nope.
I think,
Nope.
in this case, I don't think it should have got to Forrest. It should have got to Guidetti.
Nope. I don't want to hear anything. Listen, this is not PKs are not here you go, congratulations, present.
Well, when you're up already 2-0 or whatever was at the point.
No, listen, I'm not happy until I'm out of sight 5 or 6-0.
Okay.
And it needs to be proven. Listen, that 3-0 is a big difference. I really honestly believe that, and it could have. And I honestly believe it was 3-0. It could have been 4 or 5 before the time we done. I know it was 10 minutes left, but we could have literally scored 2 or 3 more because the 2-0 gives them the opportunity to say, "Oh, we stopped them. Let's go ahead and score a quickie, and we may get one at the death." And I don't want any part of that. So I don't blame Guidetti for bitching like a little girl. But then again, who I do blame for Guidetti bitching like a little girl is Bruni for not stepping in and going, give me the fucking ball and sit the fuck over there and sit down and let our goal scorer shoot the fucking PK. And that's the reason why. So that's the reason why I don't bitch about Guidetti complaining. That's the reason why. But anyway. And then number 2 for me is Jackie McNamara. Can you believe he bitched about the ref? For once in the world, I didn't think the refereeing was that bad.
And Simon Donnelly did too, I think, right?
Yes.
Both of them, yeah.
Okay, so why did he complain? He says the 2 PKs. Oh, it's not fair. We didn't get one, but they did. Okay, let's compare the 2. Bruni goes shoulder to shoulder, maybe slightly 10 degrees behind shoulder to shoulder, and the boy goes down.
That was I'm feeling someone breathing down my back. Let me fall.
Meanwhile, the whole Forrest thing is, holy fuck. He got taken out as if he was standing with his back to an ocean wave, and the wave took him down. There's no come on. That was number 2 for me, and number 1 of the bottom 5 was the whole Bruni thing on the Sun. That was, to me, that just pissed me off because I honestly don't believe that was yesterday. I really don't. I don't believe that was this week. The hairline, if you look at my picture in his lecture, I don't believe that's the fucking deal. But anyway, you got top 5.
Really all I had to say was, aside from winning the cup obviously and everything, was winning our card appeals. I really didn't think Virgil van Dijk would have played.
I didn't pick that one. That's great. I didn't think about that. That's awesome.
When I saw that, I almost celebrated like we won the cup because I'm like, holy shit, that's unheard of.
I didn't have that. That you got one of me there. That's perfect. All right, so for me, number 5 would be Stokes on the Celtic TV feed as being called man of the match. Yes, Tony, I didn't leave you yet. That's not true. If you listen to I was asking if I should leave the Stokesy bus. and I was pretty close to leaving the Stokesy bus after the fucking way you played against Dundee United. Holy fuck. Tony, please. I love you, brother. I have a picture with you. You're my boy. Please, dear God. But that was that was number 5. Number 4 was Common saying that he thinks the team's in a better place. That, to me, was really, really good. Number 3 was Forrest as an impact sub. I thought that was perfectly played by Ronnie. I thought that was perfect the way he did that. Number 4, the ref wasn't that bad this week. He did give the red card to Dylan. He deserved it. The red card to fucking Izzy. Holy shit. And for anyone to say that wasn't a red card, they're fucking asleep.
Yeah, he went in. He got him in the knee, right? Or just below the knee?
Just below the knee. Between the knee and the ankle. Holy shit. Studs up. Jesus Christ. But anyway. And then the number 1 top thing. I'm going to read this to you. I wrote it down. Okay. And here it is. The number 1 thing. I want to read this to you word for word. Not word for word, but my personal version of what Ronnie said today. And you tell me, Jogan or Yaldi, 100% you love this or don't love this. You ready? Ronnie says, I don't want teams to be surprised when they play us. I want teams to know what's coming. And I want them to be scared. What I want is a culture of performance. Boom!
Beep, beep. All aboard the Ronnie bus.
Oh, my God. Please. You got to be fucking kidding me. When he said that, I'm watching this on the TV feed of him doing his interview. I literally was like screaming to me, yeah! Yeah!
And then he drops the mic and he's like, excuse me, I have to go dance with my mother now.
Exactly. I'm out. When he said that, I was like, holy fuck, I'm out. That was awesome. I don't want teams to be surprised by us. I want them to know what's coming. I want, in my own personal words, I want, if it were me, what I would have wanted Ronnie to say was, I want them to see a tsunami and know they can't get the fuck out of the way. Which is basically what he said.
Yeah.
Listen, here it comes. It's an 80-foot fucking wall of water. Good luck. Culture of performance. God, fucking love him. God. And the sad part is, I must be honest, I waffled. I wanted, and every time he kept saying, I'm seeing improvement. And when Paulie and I were on the call, it would be like, holy shit, what is he seeing? Mm-hmm. And Paul would say that, and I go, well, there's got to be something he's seeing in training. And once again, is it something we're seeing in training or not seeing in training? I hope it is. And you know what? It's beginning to get there. And hopefully he starts training with the goal scorers to go ahead and start finishing better.
A little bit, yeah.
Because that's the next one we got to worry about next is how do we finish better. But anyway. So, I mean, I would love to do the I'm not a big Ronnie Roar fan, especially since it's quote-unquote a T-shirt.
Yeah.
But I'm all about Ronnie doing the roar. I watched it. I did, yeah, at the end. I'm with you. But, God, how awesome would it have been to be in Hampton over St. Patrick's Day weekend?
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm disappointed because, I found a less than legal stream I was actually watching at my in-laws this weekend. And whoever was running the stream cut to, I guess, a Spanish league game. Like, Dundee gets their medals. They go, shake hands, whatever. And then here comes, Scott Brown. And the guy had to be, obviously, in America because I see the little bar on the bottom come up with Comcast and, numbers being put in. I'm like, what are you doing? So I had to wait till, a couple hours later when I got home. And luckily, they put up the Celtic TV video on Facebook, so I got to watch it.
Oh, yeah, it was great. I got to watch it. In fact, I got to tweet out blind. I was actually working. If you got a chance, I don't know if you got a chance.
I saw that, yeah.
That I tweeted. I was actually going on stage to speak when the game started, and someone had asked me to actually tweet out. Let me look. Someone had said, hey, listen, why don't you actually tweet out? Let me grab my phone and look real quick. Can you tweet out? Can you put the? Because I actually had tweeted out that I was. Oh, I know where to look. Hold on one second. Tweet out the picture of you showing everyone, all the attendees at your seminar, all the people that are there, watching the game. I'm like, sure, no problem. I'll do that. I don't care. I have all day. I don't care. I have a couple hours. And who asked me for that? Hold on one second. Paul Kakaza says, hey, listen, would you do me a favor? Would you go ahead and put the game on the big screen? And I'm like, fuck, I don't care. Okay, sure, no problem. So I literally put the game on the big screen for the attendees at the seminar I was teaching, and then tweeted out again. He goes, you're the fucking man. And it literally had on a 20-foot screen the Celtic game just before.
You want to see a PowerPoint? Watch Chris Commons.
There you go. There you go. So I literally, for 20 fucking doctors in South Florida, I'm actually, or Western Panhandle of Florida, I actually put on the day, and then they're looking at me going, now, and this is the beautiful part, is it Celtic or Celtic? I'm like, let me explain. And as soon as that question came out, I was like, let me explain to you what it is. How are you going to celebrate St. Patrick's Day this weekend? Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, okay. And then it became in the whole situation. But it was great to go there and actually to actually have people ask me. So I had the game on in between the break too. And I'm sorry, not game. I had the game on just before the game started. And then got to watch the game, turn my Twitter off, turn my phone off, walk back to my hotel room, and then turn the phone on and watch the game, and then tweet about the game afterwards, like
nice.
as the game was coming on. And I was like, yes, great comments, great job. And then I remember going, oh, great, we got the goal, perfect. And then I was like, great, a PK. What the fuck is the little man doing with the goddamn ball?
So did you know the final
before
you started rewatching? You were completely in the dark.
I'm completely in the dark. I completely wanted to do that because I saw Graham and Sean do that after the European game. I was like, I have to do that. I have to do that. So Tank did it and Graham did it, and I was like, I got to do that. So I went and like literally did the same exact thing, and I was like, okay, great. And it killed me to not turn my phone on. My phone was literally off. And meanwhile, my wife's calling me going, I have to talk to you about something. Sending me emails and everything else. My phone turns on, and it lights up like a fucking Christmas tree. She's trying to fucking find me. I had clients trying to ask me questions. And I'm like, I'm busy. I'm busy.
Don't you know it's Cup Final Sunday?
It's
Come
Cup
on.
Final Sunday. Fuck's sake. Please, leave me the fuck alone. Anyway, top 5. Give me a top 5.
No, that was...
No, it's not.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry. My top 5 were like this. Number 5 was Stokes man of the match. Love him to death. Commons scoring the goal. Love him. That's great. And I could probably go 1 through 5. Commons being man of the match. But number 3, Forrest the Impact sub. Oh, did I do this already?
A little bit. You did a couple of them.
Yeah. The top one was Ronnie doing that. Yeah, I got you that.
Yeah.
One. So okay. So I'm sorry. I was looking at my paper. Next one. Let's do predictions for tomorrow. But before we do predictions, remember a couple things you got to remember. Dundee United, no Dixon, no Dillon. Mm-hmm. And for us, maybe Matthews, I haven't seen yet. But no Stefan Johansson. Remember, he's excluded because of 2 yellow cards.
Right.
So, what you got?
I'll say it's a little hairy, but nothing we can't handle. I'd say 2-1 us. I'd say they might get a cheeky goal. We score first.
Don't let me ask again. Who scores for Dundee United?
Shifty, whatever. Shifty.
Come on, you can't keep saying that. We keep asking you.
I know.
Who scores for Dundee United?
Effie Ambrose.
Oh my god!
Hey, I got to put it out there for him though.
I just pissed blood. That was so fucking funny.
in New Brunswick, like 5 miles from my house, there's a restaurant called Effie's. So I'm like, hey, if the big man ever needs a job, come on over. I'm sure he can be like the mascot or something.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Good.
No. It's...
I got so many tweets. Do you really think F is going to score the goal? Last week was so funny. Do you think F is going to score the goal? I'm like, yes. I honestly believe if Dundee United scores in the League Cup final, Effie's going to score for them. I honestly believe that.
He already has an own goal to his name, doesn't he?
Of course he did. Listen, I'm going to ask everyone else to tell us. I want to believe it was against. He had an own goal on a header against Inverness. I want to say that's what it was.
Oh, I was thinking it was a Champions League game last year.
No, he didn't.
I could be wrong.
No,
probably wrong.
He did not score the goal when he should have against Juventus. But he did have an own goal against Inverness. I want to say it was Inverness. I would say it was. Anyway, but that was he had an own header thing type. I want to say it was Inverness. I think that's what it was. I'll have to take a look and see. I really don't want to
terrible
Google
back pass.
Inverness. No, he had one ball off his head that he beat forward.
Oh, that's back pass with the head. Not foot back pass.
Was that against Inverness?
I don't remember. I remember it happening, but I can't picture.
It came from the keeper's right, whatever. Anyway, and JB, no, it will not come back to haunt us tomorrow. That's not what's going to happen. He said it's going to come back to haunt us tomorrow. So no Dylan, no Dixon for them because of the red card. Matthews, no Matthews, maybe no Stefan Johansson. So go ahead and give me a team.
Obviously, goalkeeper back four picks itself.
Yep.
Brown and Baton in the middle. Can't do Mackay Steven and Armstrong.
Yep.
So
we got
put Stokes on the left.
I'm with you, Stokesy. Yep.
Commons in the middle.
Yep.
James Forrest on the right, I guess.
Ooh.
Not my first choice, but who else? Refresh my memory. Who else can we put over there?
No. That's basically what we got.
And then
Guidetti or
Griffiths to start. Guidetti later.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And then maybe, I don't know, is Wakaso fit? Maybe he can be thrown on later on.
Listen, he didn't get dressed for the cup final. He was in his suit and boutonniere.
Oh, was he? I didn't see. I saw Armstrong, I think.
Yeah, they were all dressed the same.
Yeah. And Bo Richter.
Yeah, and Bo Richter. We haven't got rid of him yet. Anyway,
did you see him? Or that's right, you weren't
I
watching.
I did see him.
Yeah, they cut to the crowd, and there was Bo Richter and Armstrong, I guess.
Dirk getting his cash. Listen, the only time I expect to see Dirk is when he's lined up to get his fucking pay packet every fucking Friday.
Well, yeah, he had to make the appearance so he can get paid.
Fuck, awesome. Anyway, so what about? So we had one question. What about Liam Henderson? You think Liam Henderson gets in there?
I think he get in as a sub, definitely.
Sub, but I don't think he gets in that team though.
No,
not in that game. Not that important.
No, it's right.
No, I'm with you. I don't think so. I think he'll get on. I think he'll come on for either Forrest or Stokes halfway through. But I honestly believe tomorrow is a 3. Tomorrow's a 3 or 4-0. I think Chifty. Yeah. I think Chifty is a pain in the ass. But I think the whole idea of Dylan and Dixon missing. That's a bigger miss than it is for Johansson for us. I think Johansson switching out for Commons is a decent deal. We don't lose as much that we do as a player who is as creative as they lose within Dixon and especially Dylan, especially complaining all the bitching about Dixon being off the field when they scored the goal.
Oh, right, yeah.
Exactly. So I think Brown, Baton, Stokes, Forrest with Commons in the hole and Griffith behind him, I think it's a decent deal. And we'll see what goes on from there. So don't
forget they're obviously missing Gary Mackay Steven and Stu Armstrong, so that hurts them too.
We'd asked the question before. I mean, who gets hurt more?
Right.
Who gets hurt more? Us not having them or them not having them? And I honestly do believe them not having them. If there was a chance we were going to lose a game, it would have been at Dundee United. I don't think it's going to be now. I don't think so now. I think we blow them out now, and I think by the time the game comes up with what's going to happen for the league coming up on this weekend, Saturday, Sunday, I believe that at that point in time, when GMS and Stewart get back in the field, Shit. I mean, that's going to be perfect timing for Forrest and Stokes to get a break. Mackay Steven and Armstrong get back in the team. I think that's a winner. I really do. I think they had their chance. They fucked it up. They could have won that game. They didn't, and now it's just fucking. It's a done deal. I
agree totally.
Anyway, so that's my entire weekend. Where's my Tony Reality? Throw the paper. We're done.
That suits me fine.
It suits you fine. Anything else you want to add to that?
No, I'm all good. I have a nice bottle of Guinness waiting for me.
They suck. I know. I finished my Glencairn about 20 minutes ago, and I have nothing left. And I've been licking the inside of my glass the entire time. I'm parched. Parched. Hey, listen, by the way, have you finished the rest of, before I let you go, have you finished all the episodes for House of Cards?
Oh, yeah, dude. I did that in 4 days. I started Tuesday, I finished Saturday.
Okay, don't tell me what happens. We're trying to space them out. We watched about 8 or 10 of them. We haven't watched the last 3.
Okay.
So I don't know what the story is. Don't even joke with me. By the way, my question to you is this. Now we're talking about TV. Have you watched all of Mad Men?
I never watched Mad Men. I started, I don't know, a couple years ago. I did like 3-4 episodes, and I just couldn't get into it.
Okay, so not worth it?
Wasn't my thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking too. I'm looking at going, I don't know if I want to get into that, but we'll figure it out. Anyway, anything else you want to add about TV?
Better Call Saul's still pretty good.
Better Call Saul was good last night.
Yeah.
It was really good. You know what, though? I could literally see what happened happen.
Oh, yeah.
Totally. That's totally him. That's totally him. Saul, that's totally McGill. That's totally who he was.
I'm just waiting for because every week it's just this is going to be the thing that makes him who he is. Oh, this is going to be it.
Yes.
And
there's 3 episodes left, and I don't know what the fuck's going to happen.
With the rest of the season, or
there's 3 episodes left this season.
Yeah. No, yeah, they only did 8 now, but they're already writing the next season. It's already before this one even aired. They already commissioned a second season.
Oh,
so
beautiful. Now, my question to you is: with that, you had made the comment that you didn't know how you're going to deal with watching it every week compared to just watching it like gorge style. So,
right.
How are you dealing with it every week right now?
Pretty good. I mean, as soon as it's over, I want to see the next one, but I'm not jonesing really. So I'm kind of glad that this time I'm sticking through week by week.
Nice.
Going back to House of Cards, a lot of people were saying, "Oh, season 3 is so much weaker than the first 2 seasons." I could see how someone could think that watching it, one season, next season. But for me, the benefit of watching it all in just a couple of days, I wouldn't say it's necessarily weaker. It's just different. They kind of went a little bit of a different way, and it's a bit feels like slower, like more episodes take place in a shorter period of time. And then there's just a kind of a large break in between the seasons.
Yes.
Passage of time wise. So, I don't know what your thoughts are on that, but yeah, no, I think they just kind of went totally different, not total, a pretty different direction with season 3. So it just feels different. So people translating that into worse writing.
No, I don't think it's that at all. Not at all. So let me explain to you real quick. My wife just texted me. She's listening to this and through the wall. And this is what she says. I can't wait for this Celtic podcast to be over. And because we won't have any soccer to deal with because it's basketball season, basically is what she said.
Oh, yeah, you guys are.
NCAA tournament weekend.
Gotcha.
So tomorrow night, we're off from Wilmington to fly to Louisville to watch the NCAA tournament because my wife is an Iowa State alumnus.
Okay.
So we are going there. We bought tickets. We bought the hotel. We got everything else, basically points, everything else. We got really good deals on points and all the miles that I have to go to Louisville to watch Iowa State. So we're going to watch Iowa State. By the way, if you have no idea what it is, I tweeted it out earlier. If you want to go ahead and retweet it and go ahead and make it your icon for the weekend, it's Kiss Me, I'm Cyrish, because they are the Iowa State Cyclones. Instead of being Irish, they said, Kiss Me, I'm Cyrish.
Nice.
So anyway, so that's my deal for the weekend. That's why I couldn't do it tomorrow. Tonight is how it goes, and we finish tonight. Anything else, Rev?
Just happy St. Patty's Day to everybody.
Happy St. Patrick's Day. Yes, exactly. It is time. It's 8:54 Eastern. Hopefully people are on their way home from the long night out in Glasgow. It is time for us to go out and finish your, what'd you say, your bottle of Guinness?
It's the Guinness, what's it called? The 1759.
Oh, is that good stuff? I haven't had that.
I haven't either. I got it as a Christmas present. I was holding on to it. I'm like, fuck it, today's a good day to do that.
Today's a perfect day. That's why I opened up the Glencaddam today.
I was told not to use a regular tulip glass to put into like a champagne flute, so I'll give that a go.
There you go. Beautiful. I'll have to do that. I'll have to find some of that and then go from there. But anyway, I am going, my next door neighbor wants to go hit a bar later, so I'm going to go do that because I have work to do tomorrow, but I'm done tonight. Rev, anything else you want to say?
No, I'm good.
Sweet. Me too. Hail, everybody. Rev, thanks for coming on. Next week, we'll get together. We have Chrissy will go ahead and have family out of his way. You and I will be on the call. And guess who will be back next week?
Who's that?
Paulie D.
All right.
Paulie D's finally done with some work stuff. He had some paperwork to get finished, everything else. Paulie D's excited to get back. He's been totally tied up with shit to do. But I'm excited to bring him back because I miss him to death. He's my brother from a Scottish... He's actually my probably third or fourth brother from a Scottish mother. But anyway. So I just want to let everyone know we're going to talk about that and everything else. And thanks, everyone, for being on the call. The refs, hail, hail.
Hail, hail.
Hail, everybody. Take care. Have a great night. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Wasting no time on that, let us get into a legacy built on deception and sin by the people in suits holding whistles and flutes. And with these type of people, there's no time for truth. They got money, prestige, riches galore, and they're against everything that we've been fighting for. And they're wanting to crush us cause they love a war. And if the media like them, they might get paid more. But these people, they tend to get carried away. And the proof is the fact that we stand here today. No matter what you said, what you done, thought you were the people and we were the scum. You had every advantage under the sun. And this blood will run in the sons of our sons. We saw your culture of handshakes, pillars, and peers as you plundered your way through those asterisk years. We heard nothing but venom ring in our ears. From the papers to airwaves, it's all engineered to send out a message so loud and so clear. You don't like our type around here, but everything isn't as it appears. Under the surface, the real profit is do no more hiding and reckoning tears. Swapping succulent line off a crocodile tail. No matter what you said, what you done, thought you were the people and we were the scum. You had every advantage under the sun. And this blood will run in the sons of our sons. Every advantage under the sun, and this love will